Sometimes the hardest place to be in life is right where you are, not because you have failed, not because you are incapable, but because you feel like everyone else is moving forward, and somehow you are standing still. You scroll through your phone and see people your age getting married, building careers, buying homes, traveling the world, chasing dreams, and living lives that look full and meaningful. And in that quiet moment, a heavy thought enters your mind. Am I behind? That question can slowly turn into self-doubt. Self-doubt can turn into shame, and shame can turn into silence. You stop sharing how you truly feel. You stop believing in your own timeline. You start thinking that something is wrong with you. But listen carefully. Nothing is wrong with you. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not broken. You are simply on your own path. Life is not a race, even though the world makes it feel like one. From a young age, we are taught that there is a specific order to success. Go to school, get good grades. Graduate, get a job, build a career, find love, settle down, have children, retire happily. But real life does not follow a straight line. It curves, it pauses, it restarts, it falls apart, and then it rebuilds. Some people rise early, some people rise later, some people fall before they rise. And some people rise, fall, and rise again. None of these journeys are wrong. They are simply different. And different does not mean worse. It means unique. You may feel lost right now. You may feel confused. You may wake up each day unsure of your purpose, your direction, or your next step. That does not mean you are failing. It means you are searching. It means your soul is asking deeper questions. And those who ask deeper questions often walk deeper paths. Feeling lost is not a sign of weakness. It is often a sign of growth. It is the space between who you were and who you are becoming. It is uncomfortable. It is uncertain, but it is also powerful. Think about a seed buried deep in the soil. From the outside, nothing seems to be happening. Days pass, weeks pass, the ground looks empty and still. But beneath the surface, something incredible is happening. Roots are forming, strength is building, life is preparing to emerge. If that seed could think, it might believe it is stuck, it might believe it is behind. But in truth, it is right on time. You are that seed. Just because others cannot see your growth does not mean it is not happening. Imagine two people starting a journey from different places. One begins at the top of a hill. The other begins in a valley. The one on the hill reaches the destination faster, but the one in the valley develops strength, endurance, and resilience along the way. When they finally arrive, the second person carries wisdom the first never had to earn. Your struggles, your delays, your setbacks, they are shaping you. They are giving you emotional depth, mental strength, and compassion. These qualities will serve you far more than speed ever could. Maybe your life does not look the way you imagined it would by now. Maybe your dreams feel distant. Maybe you are still trying to figure out who you are. That is okay. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to restart. You are allowed to outgrow old versions of yourself. You are allowed to walk away from paths that no longer feel right. Life is not about keeping up. It is about becoming. There are people who found their purpose in their teens. Others found it in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond. Some of the most impactful individuals in history did not experience success until later in life. What mattered was not when they started, but that they did not stop. You do not need to have everything figured out right now. You only need to take one honest step forward. Bold, if all you did today was survive, that is enough. If all you managed was to get out of bed, that is strength. If all you could do was breathe and hold yourself together, that is courage. Progress is not always loud. Sometimes it is quiet. Sometimes it is invisible. Sometimes it is simply choosing to stay when everything inside you wants to give up. Remember this, you are not behind. You are becoming. You are learning lessons others may never learn. You are building a foundation that will support the life you truly deserve. Trust your timing. Trust your journey. Trust yourself, take a slow breath in, and slowly breathe out. Let the pressure fall away. You do not need to rush. You do not need to compare. You do not need to prove anything to anyone. You are allowed to grow at your own pace. No, and as this moment passes, let a gentle truth settle inside your heart. You are exactly where you need to be right now. Not because life is perfect, but because this moment is shaping the strength you will carry forward. Keep going. One step, one breath, one day at a time. There will be days when you wake up and feel heavy, even though nothing specific is wrong. A quiet sadness lingers in your chest. Your mind feels crowded with thoughts, yet empty of answers. You try to stay busy, hoping the noise of life will silence the questions inside you. But the more you distract yourself, the louder they seem to become. You wonder where you went wrong. You replay old decisions. You imagine different versions of your life. And somewhere in that spiral, you begin to believe that you missed your chance. But life does not operate on missed chances. It operates on present moments. The only moment that truly matters is the one you are standing in right now. No matter how far you think you have fallen, no matter how lost you feel, no matter how broken your path appears, this moment still holds the power to change everything. And blame. You do not need to have a perfect plan. You do not need to know the final destination. You only need enough courage to take the next step. And sometimes that next step is not forward. Sometimes it is inward. Sometimes it is resting. Sometimes it is healing. Sometimes it is letting go. Bound as so many people carry guilt for not becoming who they thought they would be. They hold on to an old version of themselves and punish the present version for not matching it. But growth does not mean becoming who you once imagined. It means becoming who you are meant to be. And that person may look very different from your childhood dreams. That does not make you a failure. It makes you human. You have changed, and that is not something to regret. That is something to honor. Pandam, don de pons, fori. Every experience you have lived through has shaped you. Every heartbreak, every disappointment, every silent battle, every moment when you had to be strong alone. These moments have carved wisdom into your soul. They have taught you empathy. They have taught you patience. They have taught you depth. You may not see it yet, but your struggles have prepared you for something meaningful. Plant. Think about how many times you survived moments you once believed would destroy you. Think about the nights you cried yourself to sleep and still found the strength to wake up the next morning. Think about the times you wanted to give up but kept going anyway. That strength did not disappear. It lives inside you. It is part of who you are now. Sometimes feeling lost is the mind's way of asking for clarity. Sometimes confusion is a signal that something deeper is shifting. You are not meant to stay the same forever. You are meant to evolve, and evolution is uncomfortable. It challenges everything familiar. It breaks old patterns. It forces you to question old beliefs. But through that discomfort, you begin to discover your truth. And you may not know your purpose yet, but purpose is not always a grand mission. Sometimes purpose is simply learning how to love yourself. Sometimes it is learning how to forgive. Sometimes it is learning how to survive with grace. And sometimes it is learning how to start again. There is beauty in starting again. You are allowed to begin from scratch. You are allowed to rewrite your story. You are allowed to choose a different direction. Your past does not define the limits of your future. Your past only proves how far you have already come. Stop measuring your life against the highlights of others. Social media shows the victories, not the battles. It shows the success, not the struggle. It shows the smiles, not the tears. Behind every perfect image is a human being who has felt fear, doubt, and pain, just like you. You are not alone in your uncertainty, even when it feels that way. There are millions of people walking through the same confusion, the same loneliness, the same quiet longing for meaning. Some hide it better, some speak about it less, but it exists, and it connects us. Bean, you are not broken because you feel lost. You are alive. You are aware. You are searching for something deeper than surface-level success. And that search is brave. Let yourself move slowly. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself rest when you are tired. You do not need to push every moment. You do not need to hustle through your healing. You do not need to rush your growth. Some of the most important transformations happen quietly, in stillness. Healing is not linear. Some days you will feel strong. Some days you will feel fragile. Some days you will feel hopeful. Some days you will feel empty. All of these days are part of the journey. None of them mean you are failing. Be gentle with yourself in moments of weakness. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you deeply love. Offer patience. Offer kindness. Offer understanding. You deserve that compassion, especially from yourself. If you feel stuck, start small, drink water, step outside. Feel the sunlight on your skin, take one deep breath, write one honest sentence, move your body gently. Do one small thing that reminds you that you are alive. Small steps create momentum. Momentum creates movement. And movement creates change. You do not need to have a massive breakthrough today. You only need to choose not to give up. Life is not asking you to be perfect. It is asking you to be present. It is asking you to show up, even when you are afraid. It is asking you to try again, even when you feel tired. It is asking you to believe, even when hope feels distant. And even if you cannot believe in yourself right now, borrow belief from this moment. Borrow belief from the idea that something better is possible. Borrow belief from the simple truth that your story is not over. Take another slow breath. Let your shoulders soften. Let your thoughts slow down. Feel the ground beneath you. Feel the space around you. Feel your heartbeat steady and alive. You are here, and that means something. Bend. No matter how uncertain the path feels, you are still walking it. No matter how slow the progress seems, you are still moving. No matter how heavy your heart feels, it is still beating with hope, even if you cannot sense it yet. Zemdia, you are not behind, you are preparing, and sometimes preparation looks like rest. Sometimes it looks like silence. Sometimes it looks like confusion. But all of it is shaping the person you are becoming. Trust the process. Trust the pauses. Trust the waiting. There is meaning in all of it. Stay gentle. Stay patient. Stay open. And remember, this chapter is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of something new. One day, you will look back at this version of yourself with compassion instead of judgment. You will understand why you struggled. You will see why things took time. You will recognize that every delay, every detour, every pause was guiding you toward clarity. And in that moment, you will be grateful that you did not quit, even when everything inside you wanted to. Right now, life may feel uncertain. The future may seem foggy. You may feel like you are walking without a map. But sometimes, not knowing where you are going is exactly what allows you to discover where you truly belong. When the familiar disappears, the soul finally has space to speak. And there is a quiet strength in continuing even when you feel unsure. There is courage in waking up each day and trying again. You may not feel brave. You may not feel strong, but strength is not always loud. Sometimes, strength is simply choosing to stay, choosing to breathe, choosing to believe that something better is waiting, even if you cannot see it yet. You are not defined by your lowest moments. You are defined by the way you rise from them. And rising does not always mean standing tall. Sometimes rising means sitting up. Sometimes it means opening your eyes. Sometimes it means taking one step forward after being still for a long time. Every form of rising matters. Benst, you do not need permission to start again. You do not need approval to change your direction. You do not need validation to choose yourself. Your life belongs to you. Your pace belongs to you. Your healing belongs to you. Let go of the timelines you were handed. Let go of the expectations that weigh heavy on your heart. Let go of the idea that success only looks one way. There are countless ways to live a meaningful life. There are countless ways to find joy, peace, and fulfillment, and your way is allowed to be different. Trained. Some people bloom early, others bloom slowly. Some bloom in bursts, others bloom in quiet seasons. But every bloom is beautiful, and every season has its purpose. Your journey has given you depth. It has given you understanding. It has given you the ability to see beyond surface-level success. One day, that depth will allow you to connect, to inspire, and to heal others in ways you cannot yet imagine. Your story will matter, not because it was easy, but because it was real. Tom meets, you are allowed to be proud of how far you have come, even if you feel you still have a long way to go. Progress is not measured only by achievements. It is measured by growth, by awareness, by emotional maturity, by the way you handle adversity. And in those ways, you have already grown more than you realize. You know, when fear tells you that you are running out of time, answer with patience. When doubt tells you that you are not enough, answer with kindness. When comparison steals your peace, answer with gratitude. You are here, you are breathing, you are alive. And that means your story is still unfolding. Life will not always feel this heavy. The fog will lift. The confusion will fade. The clarity you seek will arrive gently and gradually. And when it does, you will step into your next chapter with a deeper sense of purpose, a calmer heart, and a stronger spirit. Until then, allow yourself to exist without pressure. Allow yourself to rest without guilt. Allow yourself to grow without rushing. You are not wasting time. You are gathering strength. There is something beautiful waiting for you, something meaningful, something that aligns with who you are becoming. You may not see it yet, but it is forming quietly, patiently, just for you. So keep going. Alenja, even on the days when hope feels distant, even on the nights when your thoughts are heavy. Dian, even when the path feels unclear, keep going, one breath at a time, one moment at a time. Bring one gentle step forward, and as you move through your days, carry this truth with you. You are not behind. You are on your way. Let that truth soften your heart. Let it calm your mind. Let it remind you that your journey is valid, your pace is perfect, and your future is still full of possibility. Come on, take a slow breath in and slowly breathe out. Feel the calm settle within you. Feel the pressure release. Feel the peace begin to return. You are safe. You are enough. You are becoming. Go, and everything will unfold in its own time. And as this story gently comes to an end, remember this: no matter where you are in life, no matter how lost or uncertain the road may seem, your journey still matters. Every step you take, every struggle you survive, and every moment you choose not to give up is shaping the person you are becoming. Branja, thank you for spending this time with Journey of Tales. If this story touched your heart, brought you peace, or gave you strength, let it stay with you as you move forward. And if you ever feel alone, remember that you can always return here, where stories heal, hope lives, and journeys begin again. Danced, until next time, take care of yourself, keep believing, and keep walking your unique path. Jamdia, this is Journey of Tales, where every story leads you closer to yourself.